So at least we're going to be able to see the Oracular Sisters this time. It's new. Syria Gardens.
The information I need could be in the archives down in the conservatory basement, or in the curator's office. It'll be full of Abbey zealots either way.
Oh, I'm going to go over that thing with the fine-toothed brush. Coarse toothbrush, but a brush nonetheless.
We planned jobs just like the bank. Watching houses from rooftops, stealing keys, bribing servants, sharpening our blades as we waited for the right moment. You were proud of what we could do. I knew that much. I never told you about my time in Karnaca. How I came to Dunwall. How the outsider marked me and made me the man I was. As I look out on the water for the last time, I know none of that matters. Who I thought I was will end with me. All that will be left of me is your memories. You were the best I ever taught. Your betrayal was expected. For the lives we led then, you had no choice but to turn against me. But now, I find myself counting on you again. You have what you need. You will find out what to do. It's time, Billy. Kill the outsider. Remove this terrible power from the world. For everything we did, and everything it did to us. I could have died 100 bloody ways. But in the end, here I am, on your ship, sipping your last good whiskey. That's not so bad. Thank you, Billy. And farewell.
Damn. I just think it's too risky to not do anything. We have to do something. We need more information is what we need. Missing pharmacist found dead. The horrifying find of a bloodless body in an alley of Giocondo Street has the Grand Guard on high alert. The victim was Eleanor Cienfuegos. I can barely say that name. A respected pharmacist whose family business has been part of the Upper Syria district community for over 50 years. His body was exsanguinated at another location and dumped in the alley, the same method used in several other recent deaths. The guard has had no comment on the apparent serial murders, leading some residents to question what they're hiding. It's another crown killer, that's what, claims the local baker, Madeira Jimenez. The guard says don't panic, but why wouldn't we? We're all at risk. Reward is offered for information related to Cienfuegos' murder. I think I already read that, but whatever. Pharmacist, painter, and Upper Syria district resident Eleatro Cienfuegos is the spotlight of Carambola's Gallery's latest showcase of Karnaca artists. Self-taught in a studio he maintains above his pharmacy, Cienfuegos shows an adept's hand at color, form, and technique. Yet the most intriguing thing about this show is the artist's subject. The most striking of his paintings are a series which Cienfuegos has titled Impressions of the Void, rough landscapes of blackened stone and juxtaposed with dreamlike figures. They are drawn in long brushstrokes, at once angular and full of grace, and the viewer can't help but be absorbed by the scene. In an artist's statement, Cienfuegos spoke about his unusual subject matter. The void is a constant presence in our lives, yet we know nothing about it. It remains a place of dreams and memories. In my work, I've tried to illuminate some small portion of this internal mystery. Carambola Gallery is supported through a generous donation by Dolores Michaels, director of Michaels Deposit and Loan.
Some minds get fixed on one thing and never find a way out. Cienfuegos wanted to see the void. Well, maybe he's seen it now.
I think he saw it before, too. Page from Dolores' journal. 10th day, month of Timber. Before I can seize my immortality, I must deal with the mess Cienfuegos created. Outsiders, take that traitor. The cult can never know that he stole the documents they entrusted to me. The information about their secret void entrance fell into the wrong hands. It would destroy everything. My plans would be ruined. No, I won't let that happen. Those oracular sisters have closed off the Royal Conservatory, but that's a minor obstacle. As I know well, there's always a way past the most secure defense. I just need to think of it. I think we read that last time.
Only the outsider knows how long the eyeless have kept their hideout a secret. I'll find out where it is.
That's going to be interesting. Blind Sisters search Royal Conservatory. In an exceptional turn of events, the Abbey of the Everyman has deemed it necessary to dispatch members of the Oracular Order to investigate the Royal Conservatory. Readers will remember the sudden closure of the Royal Conservatory last year, with representatives citing an infestation of mites. This did not explain, however, the presence of the Grand Guard at all hours, nor the strange women spotted in and around the building. As the Abbey sends its most secretive members to the site, we may only conclude that some event of greater concern has occurred there. The Blind Sisters, as they are known, were seen early this morning entering the Royal Conservatory with a contingent of overseers. When approached for comment, the Sisters of the Oracular Order did not respond, and your humble journalist was forcefully encouraged to leave the area. Large bonfires have since been kindled in the streets, and it is believed that portions of the Royal Conservatory's once impressive collection have already been burned. In the interest of safety, Syria Garden District has been placed under lockdown on the authority of the Abbey of the Everyman, and residents are reminded to comply with all overseer orders.
Even the Oracular Order is here. That's strange. They almost never leave their chapels.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. From what little we know... What? Okay. From what little we know of the Oracular Order, they're just seers, basically. A smile and a whisper. Sleeping in abandoned houses and sharing beds with rats and lice brings back bad memories. That's for sure. I keep the rat charm near when I try to rest now. I hold it in my living hand, but she only came once. She only came last night. She smiled, that teasing smile that wrinkled her nose, that smile that always told me she had a secret to share. When she leaned to whisper in my ear again, I held my breath to hear. And I heard her, this time, clear and sweet. She said my name, Billie Lurk, soft on her tongue, just like it always was. My old self, my new self, too. I woke up with a start, aching all over. Her charm of hair and bone clutched to my chest. I don't know what any of that meant. I don't know what she wants from me. But I know all I'll find in the void is more secrets. I gotta find out something, though. Whether to kill or not to kill. The Lonely Rat Boy and Other Tales, Volume 4. Blood wept from the wound in his palm. Soon, blood welled in his eyes and rolled down his face in long, staining tears. His white rat lay curled in his marked hand, protected by the boy's strange magic. He staggered through the streets of Dunwall. The world recoiled at the sight, fearful of the plague that gripped his body. There was only one place left for him. Soon he found the shrine that had brought him these powers. It lay inert. Even as the boy fell to his knees before it, he had hoped to see the outsider again. But the young man did not appear. The boy looked up from the gutter and felt the void reach out for him. The ones who hurt him were dead. He smiled for this, for the only one who had taken pity on him in his short years. He lay down on the cold stones before the shrine. "Thank you," a pained whisper to the night air. He had lived his final days unafraid. Life fled the boy, and his smile slackened into a dull stare as a little white rat slipped from his hand and lapped the blood from his cheek. So did the rat boy die, or did he become somebody else? Empty bottle. Probably shouldn't break it. More memories. Ah, so creepy. Hook mine. Don't need it. No more tobacco. Wait, what? No more liquor. No more listening to Dowd muttering in his sleep. I held the rat charm, hoping to see Daedra's face again, but now I hope last night was the last time. When she came to me, she smiled, and I knew she had something to share again. First, she kissed my lifeless eye, then held up what she'd been hiding behind her back. It was Dowd's hand, cut off at the wrist and all carved up with the outsider's mark. I watched as she bent her head and kissed its cold flesh too, all the while whispering that language I only heard in the void. Then she dropped the dead hand and it sank into the black and disappeared. Did the outsider show me this? Is he using Daedra's face, her hands, her hair, things I'd never share, things I keep close to my heart? If that's true, I don't know why, and I don't know what it means for the old man. I don't think he's found any rest, even now. No way to know until we get to the void.
I'll finish what you started, Dowd.
Alright. Is there anything else? Time to get this party started.
A fine day's work, brother. We need only record the heretical text we burned today, and our task is complete. Now, where's that ledger?
Here, on the bench. But don't worry. I already noted all of the burned books. We should see if Sister Rosewood needs a hand, though. She discovered
There's
some
nothing I
troubling
can save
items
from that
in the
fire.
curator's office.
It's all ashes.
What now?
I need to check that ledger and see if what I want is still
More
here.
bizarre cures for impotence? I tell you, I've seen enough take-one mandrake root recipes to last a lifetime.
No, this was different. Sister Rosewind saw the archive's hiding place in a vision. She seemed deeply disturbed by what was in it, from what Brother Diaz told me. He heard her whisper, this could destroy the Abbey.
What? Stop this talk. It is nearing blasphemy.
This is a shot in the dark. But what if the Abbey, way in the past, maybe even before they were called the Abbey, created the outsider in some ritual? Well, we know it was a ritual with a knife. But yeah, there would be a whole bunch of witches stuff in there, so it's surprising it took them that long to come here and clear it out. But it's also not surprising that the oracular order would be so brazen to come out in public, because after being controlled, yeah, I'm guessing they'd be a little pissed off. Wouldn't you? Alright. Where can we jump down safely? I don't want to use powers. Ah, here we go. Alright, boys. I need to look at that ledger. Hi, how you doing?
Over here.
What's up?
What do you want?
It's Milani. He went into
Okay.
that building with the red poster over there. Said he wanted to check for something real quick like. Well, that was hours ago, and he's not back.
Not real quick,
With
like.
overseers crawling all over the place. I just know something bad happened.
Against the outsider.
You look tough.
He knows my
Why don't
house.
you go check on him?
Can't. Promised I'd stay put right here, out of harm's way. Lon says we can't risk us both getting hurt. Especially if... Please. Can you just go check on him for me? I'll make it worth your while.
You think you're pregnant, don't you? I'll have to steal from you anyway. Care for an unexpected mother, dear Courtney. I got your test results back, and it's good news. I confirm that you are indeed expecting. Congratulations. I placed gestation at around 7 weeks. The first few months are critical for your child's development, so avoid stressful situations. No medications or spirits. Eat healthily and limit your seafood consumption. No hagfish. It's been known to cause deformations. Barring any unusual occurrences, I'll expect to see you in my clinic next month for another consultation. Best, Dr. Herreros. Those hagfish. We'll call him Dr. Hagfish. Gotcha. Thank you. This kind of fucked up. But yeah, I kind of knew she was pregnant just because she was pregnant. I don't know if the Abbey's going to care. Yep,
At least
they're
I
going
have
to
a
care.
job, which is more than he can say. Where did I put that thing?
Nowhere. You didn't just meet somebody that stole from you. Flatbread, you say?